Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm so excited you're here with me today. I'm going to paint a cute little pink pig. Well, here, I'll show you first. I'll link the reference photo below. It's on pexels.com. I'm going to crop in on it. It's a young pig. Isn't that cute? And then in Photoshop, I turned the head a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but I turned it this way. I'm going to paint it on an 8x8" cradled wood panel. I've got clear gesso on it. It's 1.5 inches thick. I'm going to use primary colors, and I think this will be really fun. Okay, guys, let's jump in. Let's set the table. Let's see, this is the next day already. I painted the background. My brush is wet with this 3/4 inch flat brush from Royal and Langnickel. It comes in a pack of 4 or 5 brushes. I can't remember. Raw sienna in this brown color. I mixed this color so it's mostly yellow. I then add a little bit of black, and then I add quinacridone until it looks like I want it to. And some white. Raw sienna has white in it. It doesn't list white, but it's opaque, so I just bet it does have some. I did put some white in there. And then I just mixed a darker brown. So I mixed an orange color with the cad yellow medium hue and a quinacridone magenta. Put a little more black in it and just mix it. So, and I made strokes. And then towards the end of the night, last night, I ended up mixing a pink. Mixed some of this pink. It has yellow, white, and quinacridone in it. And mixed it with a little bit of the raw sienna type color. And just swiped. You can kind of see it behind that petal. There's a pinker area. There's a pinker area there. And then today I thought, well, it might be kind of fun to play with some matte medium. Now, since this is the next day and my background is pretty dry, it depends on the weather conditions where you are. It just makes the background more stable, sturdier, so it won't wash up. I put some matte medium on my palette to make the paint more transparent. You could use water as long as your background's dry enough. And I took a 1/2 inch angle brush. It's also from Royal and Langnickel, but this one's their Moderna line. And I mixed a really light pink with a little bit of this raw sienna color in it and just swiped on petals. And sometimes I came back with a little, here you can see this petal has like a raw sienna color to it. I came back with some matte medium and some raw sienna just to vary the colors of the petals a little bit. And I think that's going to be really cute. I might call this pig petals or flower. I was thinking just Piglet since it's young. And then I did the same with some matte medium and some of my brown. I mixed quite a bit and I didn't need to. And swiped some centers, but you can see, especially like on that center, how the background's coming through, which I think is really neat. Keep it soft, keep it in the background. That's going to be the ear. That's part of the ear. Oh, there, now you can see it. So just a fun mess. It's quite messy. Here, if I get it close. And like where the paint squishes, it's thicker and more opaque. That's okay. Now, I never like my backgrounds, rarely like my backgrounds, and this one's making me a little nervous. But I think once I get the eyes on and really bring the face forward, it'll be great. I think it'll be cute. So even though I've already mentioned some of my colors, so that my two brushes are a 3/4 inch flat brush and a 1/2 inch angle brush so far. And my colors, I call them primaries, although they're not. The only true primary is this Phthalo blue green shade. And the Phthalo blue green shade is also a heavy body. They're all Liquitex. I know it's a primary because it says PB15. That's a primary color. Okay, so Phthalo blue green shade, Mars black, titanium white, cad yellow medium hue, and Quinacridone magenta. Okay guys, that gets us up to speed. I'm gonna work some more on the pig and I'll be back. Let's chat for a minute. I've been using this craft brush. It's Craft Smart number 6. Pretty darn sure I got it at Michael's. It's really similar to this Princeton number 4 round. And so I'm going back to what I like, which is, I might paint them out, but a lot of little brush strokes. And then areas dry quick, but you can just blend them in by coming even with another color in a similar value or a slightly lighter value. I would think I wanted to talk about the eyes. Well, I've got a blue. This just popped out to me. I'm looking at my reference photo. I'm wondering if this should be a little bigger, this lower, we'll call it a lip. I've got a blue highlight there that I think actually should be a little bit lighter, but now I'll hopefully remember it's wet. Maybe. Okay. I don't know how many different layers I put on this nose. I put in some purple. I mixed some Quinacridone and just a pinch of black, and it makes a pretty violet color. Put a little blue in it, gets a little more blue purple. What else? I originally wanted to talk about the eyes, and I see things that come up. Oh, this is probably too soon to put the hairs over, but it's fun for me. I really should build the ear first, but if I paint it out, I can come back and paint it in. I keep things smooth until towards the end I might add some thickness, some texture. Okay, so the eyes are coming together. They started out kind of purple, but it's also relative to what's around them. So I may change them a little bit. But I also wanted to point out, like, this blue here is different than the blue over here. You see a little bit of, I don't know what that is, skin by the eye. I've put a little dark area up here because I'm going to put eyelashes. Oh, and then I've got a little lighter blue, and then that shape kind of mimics the eyelashes coming over. So I thought maybe we'd put in a couple eyelashes in real time. I'm going to use this number 1 round from Princeton. I could probably do it with the thicker brush and just, thin paint and keeping it light. What I'm wondering is if I want, hang on, I'm going to take a drink. It's probably too soon to do the eyelashes, but I also thought it'd be fun. I'm wondering if I just want a really light. I was thinking this pinky brown color I mixed. So it's a lot of white, a little of my mixed raw sienna, and this warm pink color. Okay, so then I added some water to it there. I'm gonna wipe my brush. So I thinned out my paint and I rolled my brush to make it point a little better, come to a point. You really don't need a bunch. Just kind of want it to look real, or real-ish. Trying not to overdo it. I think that might actually do it. That's cute. I ended up really liking the flowers. They made me so nervous. Okay, guys, I just wanted to pop in because it's been a bit. The transparency is really fun, and it really can help you. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. I'm calling it done. This is so stinking cute. It turned out well. I wasn't sure. I just love the transparency of the flowers. And they get more transparent as I bring up the values of the pig. So you could tell it was really yellow and pink if you go back a little bit in the time lapse. And then I took this pink, which is kind of a brownish pink, and added white to it, made it quite a bit lighter, and put that on the forehead, the top of the snout area. Put straight up white, well, here and over here I lightened this all up because it was all kind of the same value, and so now the pig really comes forward. And then I put a couple layers of white. So I used the 1/2 inch, I need to clean it out. I used the 1/2 inch angle brush to lighten it up. Sort of not overall, that's not the right word. Lighten it up mostly on the face and a little bit on the shoulders up in here. And then I took this craft brush, which we figured is about a number 4 round, same as the one from Princeton. I'm cleaning them out because I hadn't done that yet. And you can see I just blobbed on some white. Just a little dot up there for fun, a little dot in the ear. I did lighten this up a little bit and just played with it. And then the whiskers, well then I kind of painted out some of the blue, which is fine, in the nose. And I put just a confident blob of white, some confident squiggles in here. They did dry down a bit because it's only 1 layer white. Another squiggle here. And then some fun, really light, just lightly swipe whiskers. I used this number 1 round from Princeton for the whiskers. And just brought up the values. I'm hoping that dries down a little bit darker. That's kind of bright for me. I usually don't have my... So I put my initials. You don't really see the initials, but it's A. And then I kind of think of this as the T, and then 3 dots. My 2 kids and my son-in-law are the 3 dots. I sign the back. Okay, so if you want to see here, let's do a tour. I love the glow under the chin. It's really intense, but I like it. Oh, here, maybe we want to, maybe that's good enough for a screenshot. I'll just set it down. Hopefully that's halfway square. Okay, and we'll do a tour here. So you don't have to have confident brush strokes all the way through. You can add some at the end. You can see the eyelashes in both eyes now. And then having some yellow in the highlights is kind of fun too. You get a sun glow look. The reference photo doesn't have highlights in the nostrils, but I put them in there. And I also lightened this up a little bit at the bottom of the snout so that I could get a little more contrast with the little bit of snout that shows underneath. I think that I'm using the right term as far as snout. You know, it takes more time, but building it up is really fun, and you get a depth of color that I just love. You guys might like that too. I mean, even with the, cause I painted the background before I put even the daisies on, and then I had swiped some pink that's now coming through. It comes through a little bit on the petals. I think that stuff is just fun. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I put a little dark brown just to give the ears a little more depth too. Okay, guys, let me know if you give this one a try. Even though I use primary colors, it's a pink, yellow, brown painting. A little bit blue in the eyes, a little bit of blue in some of the whiskers. Thank you for hanging out with me. I couldn't be a full-time artist without you. I so appreciate it. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.